Last night, following the epitaphio service, we were blessed to have several volunteers who joined Jim Monday in staying here till past midnight to clean the church, to vacuum every inch of it, to make it spotless. And we give thanks to them. And then we come the next morning and we make an almighty row and a horrible, terrible mess. Why? Because Jesus rose from the dead. That's right. But what did we say last night? What does the church now represent? Where is Jesus right now? Jesus is in Hades. Is that what you were going to say? What were you going to say? In the tomb, physically, with his body. In spirit, he is descended into Hades. So today, as well as last night, we are in Hades. And what did Jesus do when he went in and kicked open the gates? You see all those little fragments and pieces, what do they look like? The chains, the locks, all the horrible torture things there. So basically, Jesus went down to hell, he kicked the doors down, he broke open the bars, and he made a huge mess. He left the house of death a disaster area. And when we throw the leaves, well, the leaves are the symbols of triumph. The leaves are the symbols of victory. The leaves are the symbol of life. So when we make a mess in the church, we are showing that hell, which had been locked down tight before Christ came, hell is a mess. And Christ is there. It's blown wide open. The doors, the prison cells, the dungeons, the torture chambers, everything is open and filled with light and life and beauty and glory. For who is present today in hell? God shines in the depths of Hades. In the midst of the grave, the Lord is gloriously triumphant. And today, and tonight, and all week long, the church is a symbol of the victory of the Lord. Tonight, the doors will open and they will not close again for a week. Everything is open. Everything is bright. Everything is glorious. Because Christ today conquers death. Christ today crushes the grave beneath the heel of his foot. And we see it. And we rejoice. All that remains is that we await the Lord's coming from the tomb. And how does it say the Lord comes from the tomb, Miss Maria? You don't have to remember. But listen for the hymn tonight, because it says the Lord comes resplendently, shining, bright, like a bridegroom comes out of the bridal chamber. A wedding is a happy day, right? So the Lord comes like a bridegroom, rejoicing in triumph, in love, in perfection, in beauty. And he is with us, not out of sight beneath the earth, as is his triumph today. Tonight, we will celebrate his presence before our faces, his offering of himself to us, which indeed we have just now received. Today is that most mystical day, because it is a day of victory, and yet it is a day of silence and of waiting. From now, we move away from Hades, and we stand and watch at the door of the tomb. For this reason, the communion hymn says, "Let all mortal flesh keep silent and stand in fear, for the King of glory comes." This is why today is the great and holy Sabbath, the great and holy Sabbath day, the day of rest. Let no unnecessary work be done. Let no unseemly diversions and entertainment be entered into. Today is a day to wait on the Lord, so that when the light comes to us tonight, we receive it in the fullness of joy. Practical notes. Today is understood as a day of strict fasting. The tradition says, do not eat anything. I do not say that, because most of us struggle for that. I myself will not fast strictly today. If I fast strictly today, instead of coming out and saying Vesperal, I'll come out and say Vesperal. Eat lightly for your needs, for your health. A bowl of oatmeal with no milk, nuts, raisins, it's perfect. If you need some extra nuts, eat some nuts. If you need some water, drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourselves today. We don't need any spiritual heroics today. Today the Lord is the hero. All we need to do is sustain our strength enough that we may stand watch at the tomb and see the bridegroom come in the middle of the night. I'm serious. If I hear anyone saying they fasted all day and I see your face here today, I'm going to be mad at you. Do what you need to do. Take care of yourselves. Not too much, not too little. Use your judgment. No food after 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Again, what you need is the thing. Try to take a nap in the evening, before you come again, so that you've slept before. It's not a legalistic thing, but it reflects our mindset. Don't eat a huge meal at 9 o'clock, take a nap until 10, and then come but take care of yourselves. I would think that if you eat a full bowl of oatmeal or something along those lines, no later than 2 o'clock, and then keep yourself hydrated, some extra nuts in that meal if you need to. I would be able to go until, after the apostasy on that, but that's me. Everyone is different. Do what you need to do. No fainting tonight. Kala? Okay. Thank you for your forbearance with the crumbs over there. On previous Holy Saturdays, I have stayed in the church until 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, picking up by hand all of the bay leaves and vacuuming and then putting them back down. And I thought I could just ask for a little help. So, to complete that, we will give the andidoro in the hallway so that we don't have any more crumbs in the church, and we can all go home and rest and prepare for the Lord's Anastasy. Kali Anastasy Seolusas. God bless you. We'll see you tonight. And the Kayora Hisumene. 11 o'clock we start. Who remembers the schedule? No. 11 o'clock we start with the, you all know that the Lavatafos at midnight. That's what counts.